Yo, what's up? Back with another haul. Got some convention finds, some online buys. First up, Venom Carnage #1. Last video, I had shared that I picked up a couple copies of number 3 and 4 when they announced the that Carnage would be in the Venom movie. I ordered these at the same time, and I was having a little trouble from the seller getting them here, but they did end up showing up. I got these for $10 each. I think this is going to be a series that will just slowly gain as we get closer to a movie. I mean, the Clayton Crane covers alone sell this. Hot artist with all the Venomized covers. But Venom Carnage title, and that will basically be the movie, it sounds like. So I picked up a number of copies of this for $10, and the seller actually had more, and I got what I wanted for that price, and feel like it's gonna be a good one as it comes up. So I got 2 and 3, or I got 3 and 4, and I just got #1. #2 is actually a really tough book to find because that's the first appearance of Toxin. Not that that character has any real significance, but people seem a little reluctant to sell it. Meaning it's not many on eBay or anything like that. Alright, next up I got Invincible #14. This is the first appearance of Bulletproof, who in up near the 100s of Invincible becomes the character Invincible for a little while. I've had my eye on some of these early Invincible books because they have some good first appearances. If this movie does become a thing, there'll be ones to look out for. This book, it's tough to find anything in these low numbers of Invincible for less than $20. I think I ended up paying like $14 for this. And it's got a little spine stress. It's not color breaking, but it's a first appearance of a character that may be in the movie if and when that happens. So I figured it was a good time to jump on it. I don't think it'll go down in value just as time goes by. I think this will be a series that has a lower print run and will kind of be sought after because it's going to end up having 150 issues or something when all said and done. So it's a nice long run. It's Kirkman. The cover on this one is Frank Cho. Got a nice woman doing her thing there. I don't know what her name is. Might be, I don't know if that's his mom or what, but at any rate, yeah, Invincible 14. Okay, these were from a convention I went to, so I'll show these off first, even though these were some of the last purchases I had. I got there about maybe a half hour after the show opened, and there was probably 30 dealers, all comics for the most part. So I did a quick lap around the room. It was a small room, and kind of figured out which people I hadn't seen stuff from before, and went and attacked them. And then I just kind of did my clockwise fashion around the room. And this was one of the last tables that I bought something from. In fact, this was third to last. So what I'm getting at is there'd been some time passed by the time I got to this dealer. These were in their dollar box. Most were not bagged or boarded. So first up, I got Astonishing X-Men 43, Art Adams, Emma Frost cover. It's about a $10-12 book, strictly because of the cover. Black Panther #1, first print. I know that book pretty much got hot right out of the gate, and again, another about $10 book. Now, because these weren't bagged and boarded, some of them saw a little wear or spine stressing. Avengers Arena #14, the Wolverine #1 X-23 homage cover. Sorry for all this glare I'm getting. Lighting isn't too good right now. This one also, $7 to $10 book. Daredevil 509 second print. It's got the homage cover on that one. That's, again, probably $8-10. Remember this book, how hot this one was when it came out? Daredevil #8, the SK Energy drink variant. This was a one per store variant, unannounced. And when it first came out, it was, I don't I want to, it was at least selling for at least 50. Um, Now it's like, this is a true test of why a lot of variants you can wait. Not all variants, but there are a lot of variants that you can wait a couple weeks for the hype to die down. So now this book barely sells for cover price on a good day, and there's plenty of them out there. If it's a one per store, there's roughly 1,500, 2,000 copies out there, probably closer to the 2,000. So it's really not that hard of a book to find. And I picked it up. I didn't know what the going price was for $1. Wasn't even gonna bother looking it up. Looking back, probably would not have bought it. Probably would have left it there. Picked up Deadpool Back in Black 3, 4, and 5 only because I needed those to finish the run. I had 1 and 2, so I picked those up for $1. Finish out that set. Invincible Iron Man #1, Granov variant. Another book that kind of came flying out of the gate. I think it was about a $20 book at, week of 15, 20. This is a 1 in 25 variant. Again, now it's like a $3 to $5 book. Crazy. I mean, it's a really nice cover too. I did find 2 copies, first prints of Invincible Iron Man #7, first Riri Williams. And the funny part was, I don't know if this dealer had bought stock from somebody else or what was going on with some of the stickers. They had stickers from a store that was not in the town that this convention was in, but it was close enough that they might have driven there to it to set up. And I don't know if this was their shop or not, that's what I'm saying. But they had one of these that was bagged and boarded and had a sticker price of like $20 on it. And it was in the dollar bin. The other one was not bagged or boarded, it was just loose. So, whatever, I'll take it. New Avengers #8, first. Now, one thing I've kind of done a little bit of research and read around online. New Avengers #8, first proclaimed appearance of the Black Order. This is a great companion book to Infinity Free Comic Book Day, first Corvus Glaive. Now, if you open this book up and read it, really I think there's only like 3 or 4 of the 5 characters of the Black Order that are in this book, and they're also only just a splash page, one splash page each, the last 4 pages, let's say, so it must be 4 of them. Not named, it just kind of shows them coming in and wrecking stuff up. I do want to read this Infinity storyline. Seems like it's kind of cool story. Thanos tie-in, and obviously it was a mini series. But what I want to say about this is the hot book right now with the new Avengers movie, Black Order being in it. But I don't think this is their first appearance. Yes, 1-page cameo for sure. But #9, they are named and individually and as a team through a kind of like a bio page that describes. It's not part of the storyline. It's just like a bio page. And unfortunately, I left that one. This was before I knew that, and I left that one at the show for $1. I got #8, and I picked up a #10, first appearance of Thane, for $1. So I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for #9. #9 is a similar kind of look, except it's blue. Got a blue tone to it, and it might have the Black Order on the cover actually. Another dealer I purchased. These were 3 for $10, or they were like $5 each, I think, something like that. Only they had a variant box. Only ones I saw that I liked were these Delato Amazing Spider-Man connecting covers. I always pick these up. I've shown these before. I got a full set of them. They're awesome covers. They're 1 in 25s. Not real hard to find because of it being Amazing Spider-Man title. A lot of shops are going to get 25 copies, but I think long term these have a lot of potential. So I ended up paying, $3.33 each for those. And the same dealer, I also got, this is one I've got turned on to a little while back. Let me set these aside here. All New Wolverine number 2. First appearance of Gabby. I showed this last video, as well as I think it's like Donna and Zelda are the other 2 characters. But really, it's the first appearance of Gabby is why it's significant. Daughter of X-23. And it's going for about $10 now. $10-12. The variant, the 125 is pretty hot, about 75 maybe. These were $2, and they had like probably 8 copies of them or so. I picked up a few of them, but these were the only ones up to number 6 that they had in their $2 boxes of moderns for $2. And what I'm getting at is that number 1 is starting to actually sell for some decent money. Number 2 now is, because it's first appearance. I think the early numbers of these are going to be a long-term play in terms of value. X-23 is hot, here to stay for the most part. Wolverine in the title, it's kind of was something that probably shouldn't have been overlooked. I personally didn't think about it too much, because I was just thinking, well, they've stuck for the most part to Wolverine being dead, mainly because they can do that Old Man Logan series. So they have, Wolverine more or less, and X-23 is Wolverine. So pick them up if you can find them cheap. I would definitely say 1 and 2. If you can find like the first 5, maybe you find 3, 4, and 5 for $1. I think that's a good buy. 1 and 2, if you can find them for cover price, probably decent buy. Next up, I got a guy who he had a bunch of dollar books, had some other bins of 5 and 10, but nothing I really saw that I thought was worth the value. But I did get 6 $1 books for 5, so it comes out to like 85 cents each. Captain America 290, first appearance of Mother Superior, aka Sin, in the Brubaker run, which was the Winter Soldier storyline. Sin was a big part of that, as she was teamed up with Crossbones, probably like half the story, causing trouble. It's a great story. I really like that Brubaker run. I wish they would have stuck more to it in the Captain America movies. Mainly the Civil War movie, I thought was, looking back at it, I don't think I really liked that Civil War movie. I wish they would have just continued doing the Winter Soldier storyline, because it's a really cool story. Lots of decent characters in it. I really thought, personally, I thought they were going to keep doing it, but then Crossbones dies, in the first 5 minutes or whatever. I was kind of surprised by that, but whatever. So I think, for $1, it's a good book to pick up. I don't know if there's any movie potential anymore, but still a good one for the collection. New Mutants Annual number 6. This is a book I was dismayed on for a long time. Finally, I'm on the bandwagon. I'll pick it up for $1. In regards to Shatterstar, who has a pinup in here. Now, I always thought it was New Mutants 99 for Shatterstar, but this book predates it by like a year. And it's not a storyline, it's just a 2-page pinup of X-Force or I guess it would, I don't know if it's X-Force. I mean, it's New Mutants, but it's got Shatterstar in there. So I would say it's, a lot of people are kind of saying now that, yeah, it's first appearance because this came out way before his next appearance. So I'll buy that for $1. Buy that for $1. Sensational She-Hulk 34, got a couple of those. Just a cool John Byrne cover. These kind of a little bit more risque She-Hulk covers have really started to catch on. So I'll pick that up for $1. And Spider-Man 13, the black costume version of Spider-Man number 1. That's about $5 to $10 book now. Pick that up for $1. This was probably the steal of the day for the dollar books out of that guy's bins was Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 21. This is the newsstand edition. Really, this is, if you want to talk about barcodes and newsstand copies as variants, yes, no, whatever. But when I started thinking about this book, I wonder if this is really the first Marvel variant. I would say it is. If you're not saying like a barcode is a true variant, which I would kind of agree with. It's not really a variant, just a different selling method of the book. I don't know. But at any rate, the newsstand edition has Spider-Man in the costume. The direct edition has Peter Parker. So, is this the first true Marvel variant where, it's got a different cover for the same issue? I think it probably is. Cool book, especially for $1. It's definitely worth $1. Let's see here. Last dealer at the show. Going through the boxes, I found this down on the floor. Spawn number 1 for Spawn number 1 newsstand, $3. Now it's not a near mint copy. It's probably like a fine. It's a little rough, but for $3 in the way this book's been heating up. And this dealer, good guy, sells at good prices. He knows the market. I found some stuff I thought from him that was undervalued, underpriced. Let's say, underpriced for what books they were. So that was the first one. Next one was Wolverine Origins number 10 variant. I picked one of these up last video, I believe I showed, for $20. This one I paid $10. So I got a couple of those now. Long-term book, I don't know. I mean, character is not super popular, first taken. This was a steal. Wolverine, The Best There Is, number 1. Delato variant, 1 in 25. Paid $14 for that. And finished it out with Amazing Spider-Man 569 Granoff variant for $43. This book is kind of all over the place now, between like 50 and 100. And I'm not sure why there's such a big disparity between them. Maybe because there's so many out there and people are just, they'll take, whatever they can get for it. I think this is one of those books over the past year and a half, 2 years, has gone up. All the 569s, first print and second print and variants, with the first appearance of Anti-Venom for whatever reason. Just a cool character, I guess. This I bought online. It's got a couple flaws, but for the price I couldn't pass it up. Saga 7 variant. I think I picked one up a couple videos ago. This is a Ghost variant. This book has been selling for around $50 now. And this has a couple spine stresses. I paid about $19 for it. But if you can find that for $20, I would say pick it up, because it is selling for about $45 to $50. Last up, I believe. Yeah. This one I heard, I haven't done too much research on it, admittedly. Probably should have. Little Depressed Boy. It's supposed to be like a movie or a TV show or something. This is the actual first appearance of him. You can see him right there on the cover. The Image then picked it up. This is an independent book, and Image then picked it up, and the number 1 issue of that is considered the first appearance, but this actually came out before. This is a 4-issue series. And what it is a collection of 2-page stories from a lot of different artists and writers. And the writer of Little Depressed Boy has like a couple real shorts in this, I believe. Now, the interesting part about this first one, or this first book, is that it's like it's almost like they made it at Kinko's. Because it's like a photocopy. I don't know. I mean, I assume this is how it was supposed to be until they got some money to do like some glossy covers, would be my guess. But it's pretty cool. Not uncommon of independents to be like that. And as you can see, it's like all different artists and different stories, um, which is cool. I mean, I haven't read through all of them. I did read all of the Little Depressed Boy stories because I haven't ever read that series, and I gotta say the title really lives up to the story. It's like so there's four shorts in here, like all 2 pages each, and man, dude is just like a total bummer. He's like two of them have to do with he sees like a girl that he likes and is just too afraid to go up and say anything to her, and he's just like, well, I guess I'll just go home then, and that's the story. It's like what the heck is the point of this? I don't know if the ongoing series is any better. I would hope so. But the shorts they don't work together either. They're like all independents. Um, the first two I think had different artists, and then the last two I believe has the artist who actually does the Image series. Just because of styles, they look different. I don't know who the artist is, but these I actually got for I think it was $10, and these I actually got from the writer's website. He has them for sale on there, so pick them up if you're interested. I haven't checked to see if he still has them, but I'm pretty sure it's like a TV show. So it's a cool find. And that's about. Oh no, I forgot some from the show. They didn't fit in my box. Oh, I also got one other book to show you. This one I picked up. A big looker storybook. Transformers Battle for Cybertron. Marvel Books. I paid $12 for this, and I'm not good with Transformers in terms of like all their history and first appearances and UK versions, etc. This is like a kid's book, and the reason I picked it up belonged to Daniel at one time. The reason I picked it up is they've announced that they're going to do a Bumblebee solo movie, and from what I've just seen on Comic Vine, is this would be the first appearance of Bumblebee. It's not really a comic book, I would say. It's more of just like a children's book. But 1984, interesting little book, I guess. I mean, there's Transformers and He-Man. They have lots of weird little books that aren't necessarily true comics, but the He-Man ones are starting to pick up as first appearance in a comic, more or less. So this might be one to look out for. I don't really know where you would find this thing except online, maybe a garage sale or something. I don't think like a comic shop would have them. Yeah, so two more things I got at that show that I said did not fit in my long box. Ninja Turtles #1. How could I forget about this, huh? Ninja Turtles #1. This is a real nice copy. Now, it is a third print. Do not have any printings of #1, so I'm real happy to have this one. What I was told is this dealer got them from a guy who had like 5 to 10 copies of each issue, and there's a little bit of issues going on, but I paid $70 for it. It's nice, black, glossy. The big issue is dun dun dun. They had a fold on the back. So $70. It's probably about where the market would be for something like this. Not positive on that. It could go for more, definitely. But really, it was more like a dealer that I like to buy from, and did not have one. So when you buy off of like eBay or Amazon or something, you never know how the person's gonna ship it. I mean, I had this next book I bought on Amazon one time, and man, the guy shipped it in like a toilet paper, and I had sent it back. So I also picked this one up for 60 doll hairs. Raphael Micro Series solo one shot. First appearance of Casey Jones, and this book is a beauty. Real nice high grade copy. Really happy to have that. Like I said, I bought one before off of Amazon, and Amazon is so screwy when it comes to buying comics because they just they treat them like all collectibles. Like, is this new or used? And so most people put new for comics. New to me would mean at that point near mint or maybe at best a VF. And so I think it said it was new, and I got it. It was probably like a VG, and I was like, oh god, I hate dealing with Amazon. So you can find some decent prices on stuff, and the people it's not comic dealers usually. They just ship it like crap. They don't know how to grade, so it's few and far between. But and that's why I say like I like seeing the stuff in person, buying it from somebody that I know, especially for an oversized book like this. Who knows how you're gonna get it shipped? But really happy to have that one. So thanks again for watching. That's all my books. Happy to do some dollar bin digging. Got some great stuff, and also got some other good, a little bit higher price stuff for the collection. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Keep trolling those dollar bins.